Assalamualaikum, greetings and peace be upon you. Welcome again to another episode of BapaHebat podcast series brought to you by BapaHebat SG. This program is sponsored by Community of Leaders Forum and supported by Yayasan Mendaki. Our theme for this year's podcast series is Ayahku, which means my father or my dad. And we have guests on the show who share stories and anecdotes, values and lessons that they have learned from their respective father, and what we can actually learn from these stories. Today we're going to have another guest. Today we have another guest who will be sharing his stories, anecdotes and values and lessons that he has learned from his father. Let me introduce him to our esteemed audience here. Our guest for today is Ustaz Muhammad Firdaus bin Sulaiman, who is the Assistant Head Religious Advancement of the Religious and Community Division, Masjid Darul Makmur Mosque in Singapore. Welcome to the show, Ustaz. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. I'm happy to be here.
Okay. Before I officially induct Mr. Sulaiman bin Abdul Rahman into our BapaHebat Hall of Fame, I want you to tell me this. If you have one word to describe your father, what would be that word?
He's very loving. That would be the word. Because his love is not through words. His love language is through acts of service.
Right.
So, when I am a father, then I start to realize the sacrifices, the services, the acts of service, or the way he shows his love towards me and his other daughters. And I feel that even within my family, we don't acknowledge this enough. Because it is not true words. Like daughters, you just mentioned it's how difficult to raise daughters, right? Because I think even my wife, they are more reactive towards words. If you are voicing it out, then it considers it. Right. But if it's through acts of service, sometimes it goes unnoticed.
Yeah, that's right.
And now at this, when I'm a father, then I realize, as I grew up, things were supposed to be difficult, but it wasn't. They had to go through the hardship.
Yes.
And we are there observing and growing up. And then I realized, we are here now because of those sacrifices. And now is the time whereby we sacrifice our spare time, we sacrifice our wants and needs in order to give a little bit back to them. Yeah. As much as we could. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Now, our last question, yeah?
Yeah.
If you were to take everything and compile it into one, say, into one kind of formation, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the sacrifices that your father has done, the values that he has imparted upon his children, the lessons that you have learned from watching him in your growing years, what would probably be the thing that shaped you as a person today?
Formation? Sorry.
No. I mean, if you put everything into one.
Okay.
Okay. Earlier you mentioned that the one word that you would describe him would be loving, right?
Yes.
And then the sacrifices that he has done, right? So all these things, if you put them into one,
Okay.
into one bowl,
Okay.
what do you think makes shaped you into who you are today? If you can find something in there that shaped you into the man you are today, the father you are today, what would that be?
I would say he leads by example.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as we mentioned throughout this podcast that or this event, that how he sacrificed for the family, how he said he doesn't waste time, how he is there for he is present for the family. It is something that I want to emulate. Yeah. So he and he also makes sure that whatever he's lacking of, he provides an alternative.
Okay.
Yeah. So for example, like what I said about the religious lessons, and I think that shaped me in a way that I want to be able to prove my worth to my parents. The yearning for that. There's no demand for it, but there is a yearning to make sure that all your sacrifices, all your efforts, all
Will
your
not be futile, right?
won't be futile, and I will be there to step up to make sure that we are at least a little bit giving back to, even though I know that jasa mereka, their efforts will not be repaid in full.
Yeah, it's priceless.
Yeah, it's priceless. And he himself, when I was growing up, was taking care of taking care of my mom's parents as well.
Oh.
Yeah, for a good period of a decade or two.
Wow.
So I grew up with grandparents in the home.
3 generations.
Yes.
Wow.
For more than a decade. Both of them, yeah. So alhamdulillah, I feel that even that itself is an example.
Of course. And that's not his parents,
It's yes.
your mom's parents.
Yes.
Wow.
So those kind of sacrifices help me shape me in a way that I want to match and hopefully be somewhere near how the sacrifice he made. Yeah.
But despite all these things, the stories that you shared makes him sound like kind of a jovial man. Is he a funny, jovial man? He likes to crack jokes or things like that?
Yes, I would say yes, he likes to jokes, but like what I feel that being the last child, the generation gap is very huge. The dad jokes sometimes don't reach. It doesn't land, but I will just enjoy and laugh it off.
Okay.
But alhamdulillah, I mean, he likes to spend time with his family. So like what I said, weekends he doesn't work. He makes sure we spend time together. We visit relatives. We go out on trips with relatives.
Oh.
So it would always be, holidays are always about visiting relatives. And the children get a little bit macam, asyik jumpa saudara. But he's big on that. He's big on ensuring that our bonds as a family is kept knit and close, and in order to ensure that we kalau kita jumpa jangan tak tegur.
Right.
We always visit our elders and stuff and things like that.
Amazing.
Alhamdulillah.
Would you like to honor your father? This is the last segment. Would you like to honor your father by telling him, something, whatever that you want to say to him? This is your opportunity to. He may be watching this, inshallah.
Inshallah,
Yeah.
yes, he may be watching this, inshallah. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kepada Bapa, thank you so much for all the sacrifices, for all the advices, for all the time that you have seen me fall, and you pick me up, and you have covered all those pitfalls and make sure that I don't drop or make the same mistakes that others are making or that you made. Now and even later on, I will realize all those actions are actually your way of showing love towards me, and I appreciate it, and I only hope that Allah rewards it, and I also hope that I can give back to you a little bit and hope to please you and hope to give back as much as I can, even though I know I cannot repay all your kind words and kind efforts and all your sacrifices. Thank you so much. And since you don't usually say this when I grew up, I love you.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you. That was so heartfelt.
Yeah.
Okay, with that, thank you, Ustaz. Thank you for that. With that, we end this podcast recording, podcast show. And we would like to thank Ustaz Muhammad Firdaus bin Sulaiman for graciously accepting our invite. Thank you to all our esteemed audience for watching our program. Catch us again on our next podcast series. Before I end this, I have to make it official that Mr. Sulaiman bin Abdul Rahman, you are now officially inducted into the BapaHebat Hall of Fame as a BapaHebat. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.